Hi guys, it's Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge, and today we're going to take a look at the Sanrenmu 6026. I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer so you can take a good look at it, and we're going to talk about it. Hang on. All right, here we are, the 6026. It's a tiny little knife. Sanrenmu puts out a lot of small knives, but this is a tiny knife. The 6026, it's a frame lock, a tiny little knife that's less than 2 inches. It weighs less than 2 ounces, 1.8 ounces or something like that. That's like 50, just over 50 grams. And I'm going to make it lighter by taking off this clip. The clip is functional for what it is, but a clip on a tiny knife like this, come on. I'm just going to drop this thing to the bottom of my pocket. Okay, starting at the tip end. This blade is about 5 centimeters long. That's right around 2 inches. It's got a huge belly, and someone might even say that that's a tiny little recurve in there. I don't know if I would say that, but maybe it is. I don't know. It certainly is really small right there. It's got this nice decorative swedge up at the top, makes it look pretty cool. The tip is nice. You can put this thing down and cut very well with it. It's got a little bit of jimping up there. It's got ambidextrous thumb studs. But as you can see, like on this angle, or this angle is probably better, those thumb studs just stick out like crazy. And the clip there, it sticks out quite a long ways. Technically, you would say that that's a very deep carry. Sure, if that's what you want to do with that. Like I said, the blade's got a lot of belly. There's a flat section here if you've got a sharpening system that clamps on. That works very good for that. The type of steel it is, it's 8CR14 MOV, which is a decent steel. It works really well. There's like 2 models of this thing. GearBest has it on for $6.01. I think they've got 2 models left, of this kind of paint job. The other one's a little more splotchy. This one's kind of got little slices of different paint color, blue, green, silver. And as I said before, it's a frame lock. It locks up pretty nice. You can see right there that it's just locking up. It doesn't have very far to go with a knife that's this thin. It's like 2 millimeters. It's like, just over 1/16 of an inch thick. It's just a tiny, light little thing. But I want to make it smaller, and I want to make it lighter. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I haven't made it smaller yet. I didn't have my tools with me earlier. So take my little torque screw driver, and let's take off this clip. All right, let's take our Ganzo pliers, and we will loosen up the thumb studs here. This isn't the kind of knife that you're going to want to, that you're going to need to do a very quick deploy on, like for an emergency situation. That's not what this knife is ever going to be for, and it will never function as an emergency knife unless it's the only blade you've got, in which case hopefully you will find other options as well to defend yourself with. So there we go. We've got all that off. Now the knife's a little bit lighter. I've made it legal in some jurisdictions that don't allow thumb studs. I'm going to see if I can flick it open. It's I haven't oiled it at all. There we go. And you can close it easily enough. And after I oil it, I'm sure that that flick will be consistent. And, you know, you won't really need the thumb studs. There we go, got it again. But, you know, it's still a little bit too big for me, a little bit too heavy. Notice where this knife is coming in, and it comes in, and you've got yourself a lanyard hole there. I can't see myself ever using this with a lanyard hole. So I'm going to take this thing to my garage, and I'm going to grind that point off of this knife and make it lose even a little bit more weight. And then we'll see how much it is. Oh, notice the lockup when you're here is just slightly to one side, not much for a knife this size. Also, they used a brass bushing, and again, one of those nylon teflon bushings, washers on one side, bronze on one side, washers on the other side. Yeah, well, that's how they make them. That's how they like them. I would really like to find out what their thinking is behind that. So if anyone has access to information on how they made the decision to do, you can even see the brass on this one right here, because it sticks out past the edge of the frame there, frame lock. How they came to their decision to do brass and another washer there, I'd really like to have access to that info if you have it available. I just get lucky sometimes, I guess, or I've concentrated just the right way, and I can get to flick all the way open, but not always. But it's just as easy to, you know, if it's closed, you just grab it and open it up. It's, you know, it's not rocket science. It's not a big, dangerous knife. You just open it up and use it as needed. Okay, I'm going to go grind this down, and I'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. Now it is 48 grams or 1.7 ounces. That's much lighter for light carry. You know, if you are going, if you've got somewhere where you're dressed up, you need something very small or nothing, this thing, it will rock it for you. It's everything you need. You know, I'm going to put a little bit of paint on there so it doesn't start to rust. You can see my grinding wasn't totally even, but you know, there's that post there holding it together. I haven't moved any of that. The posts are still intact. The lock still works. The blade does not stick out anywhere so that you won't poke yourself. If I can do this, you know, and not caring, I'm not cutting myself anywhere, eh? There's some delicate skin down there, and you know, it's nothing. So yeah, that blade is well hidden, and now it's a tiny little knife. That's good for you know, just carrying around in the bottom of my pocket. It can be, you know, the third knife that you've got on hand. I like to have a larger knife and a small knife. I wish I could learn to flick this thing. I haven't oiled it yet, have I? And you know, I just rinsed it off. Probably whatever oil might have been there is gone. I think a little oil is going to help it out, but this will be a great little knife to carry around. Okay, what do you think of the mods I've done? Would you have done different mods? Would you put something back? If you like this review, please hit like, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. And let your friends know about this little channel here. I'm doing a number of reviews on some small knives, and when I'm finished those reviews, by the end of this week, I hope to do a overview review where I go over all of the reviews of these small knives and choose a winner. So yeah, wait for that to come up. So there you go. That's the Sanrenmu 6026 at GearBest for $6.01. I'm going to look at some other sites, and if I can find it cheaper for you, I'll put it in the description below. But for now, there'll be that link for GearBest in that description, so you can grab one. It's manufactured in 4 different color styles. I think GearBest only has 2 of them. Some of the other vendors might have more. Anyways, thanks for watching. And always remember to cut towards your chum and not your thumb. Have a good day. Bye now. Okay, I'm just adding this on as an afterthought. I put a small ring through the one hole at the end of the knife. The blade doesn't come near touching that. So I can hook it onto my keys. Hopefully I'll move this slowly enough. So you can see how that works. And the knife can just come off. And then I can just clip it back on to these small clips that I use. And there you have it. It can be a purse. That little ring doesn't hurt when it's in. That little ring doesn't hurt when it's in the pocket. It doesn't hurt when it's open. Yeah, I can open it with one hand here. I hope. There we go. So just grab it on. You still got the good 2-finger and that thumb hold, and the other finger has a bit of a grip back there. There you go. I didn't think of doing that before, but that's a nice option. Hopefully I didn't make you too seasick with that. Yes, the sharp-eyed among you can notice that at first I thought of drilling that hole open a bit further. I've only got wood bits. My wood bit didn't really like drilling through this stainless steel, so I gave up before I killed it. All right then, just a little afterthought. Bye now.